Yo, what is going on, guys? We're back with another SnowRunner mod review, and I'm super excited because, well, here we are, guys. We're back. We're back with SnowRunner. We're back with daily videos, and we're kicking it off with the K-Series two-tone diesel. This is a diesel variant. It looks absolutely brilliant. I love the texture here for the paint job. The fit and finish of this is just incredible. But you guys know what to do. Drop a like on the video, drop a sub on the channel, and we're also in the Tough Truck map, Remos. So we're going to be using this a little bit for the mod reviews. Let's jump into it. Alright, time to build and customize the K-Series two-tone diesel by Redline Creations. I love the way that Redline Creations puts these mods together. Engine, we got heavy tow and haul spec, 1600 pound-foot torque, Redline diesel, stockish diesel, trail rider diesel, and trail runner diesel. And then we get vanilla spec. I'm going to go with the trail runner diesel. I think it's going to be the best of both worlds. Gearbox, we got lone slow crawler 4-speed, Redline 10, Redline 8, stockish 6, tow and haul 10, tow and haul HD 4, trail rider 5, and trail runner 6-speed, as well as the vanilla 6-speed. We're going to take the trail runner 6-speed. Suspension, we got stockish, R active, trail crawler stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. Trail hauler stage 1, 2, 3, and 4. Trail runner stage 1, 2, and 3. And we got trail scout stage 1, 2, 3. And we got vintage spec. Now I'm going to go with the trail runner stage 3. Actually, I'm going to go with the trail crawler stage 4. We can get some bigger tires. Tires, we got 35 stockish, a T-Runner, Mud Runner Terrain, Baja Runner Boss X, Open Country Terrain, Grappler Runner, Trapdoor Runner, and Crawler Runner. Now we have the same options available in the off-road category for 38-inch, 42-inch, and we have all the same in Redline and Cheater spec. So Redline would be considered like the borderline of OP. Cheater is like absolutely OP. When we get to the mud tires, we get some more options here. We have 35 stockish Baja Runner Pro X wide, Swamp Runner SX2 wide, Bog Runner wide, Baja Runner. So we just cycle through 38 to 42 and 46 from stockish to Redline and Cheater. I'm gonna go with the vintage Bog Runner Redline edition. But actually, I'll show you the rest of the tires because how silly of me to skip that. All right. And then chained, we have stockish SnowRunner studded, 35, 38, 42, and then we got it in Redline Cheater spec as well. So winch, we got Trail Runner 12-volt spec winch and vanilla non-12-volt spec winch. We're going to go with the Trail Runner diff lock. We got that already. Body and trim, let's throw an antenna. It's already there. We can change the fender emblem. Now this brings the ultimate customization, and this is something that Redline Creations really hammers on, and I think it's brilliant. So we have the Chevy bow tie or the GMC. And we have the D-Max here on the fender engine emblem. So we can take the GMC or the Chevy bow tie. We'll take the Chevy bow tie. With the fuel filter, we can take that off if we want to, or we can put it back on. With the lower bed molding for 1967 to 68. And we also got 1970 to 72. We got the two-piece bed option as well. And then we got wood grain options in the different years. And there's no shortage, which is what I think is brilliant. Bumpers, we got stock 1967 to 70 by default, 1971 to 72, 1967 to 72 with guards, white in the 67 to 70, 71 to 72 in white, bull bar in the 67 to 72, and then we could also add bull bar light covers to this. We also got the classic HD bumper, classic HD lights, and light covers. Or a Mojave bumper. I'm going to go with Mojave bumper just because I like the way that it looks with this setup. So, Mish off-road parts. We got rock sliders, safari snorkel, or invisible snorkel by default. I'm going to go with the rock sliders. Now, I'm going to add the safari snorkel, but one thing I love is that with Redline Creations, you have the option to have the invisible snorkel if you don't want the aesthetic drawback that might come from it. Interior, we got Planet Earth dash-mounted radar. You can choose your steering wheel. Moto 7, Moto 8, Sparko, Momo Moto 7, Momo Moto 8, another Sparko, Chevy logo, wheel GMC logo, and modern stereo or vintage. vintage by default, and I love it. Tow and haul, we can add additional chassis weight in the front, D-ring shackle hitch, gooseneck hitch if we want. I'm going to add the gooseneck hitch, and I'm also going to add the drop hitch max. And I'm going to add the Mega Duty ball hitch level 4 at the bottom. Now, it's brilliant the way this is done because you have all the different options here, and you can choose the height depending on what you're planning to haul. Beds and tailgates. This is where it gets really interesting. So we got the fleet side bed. Now we can take the fleet side tailgate Chevy with no molding, Chevy panel, a different Chevy panel, and then just Chevy. I like this version, but you could also go through the GMC variants of this as well. And no branding, which is kind of unique, I guess, maybe, sort of. Or you could do step side bed. Now, step side's cool. I like the step side, but just with this truck, I kind of want to stick to this classic look. Now, the step side's classic, but not everybody recognizes it. We got full exhaust, default smoke, light smoke, or shorty exhaust, default and light. We're going to go with light, full. Grills and hood. So we got the bow tie grill, Chevy grill, bow tie grill insert, bow tie grill, or Chevy grill. I like this one, and I like the billet actually. There's just so many different options here. And you got different hoods. I like this Chevy hood here. And that's all the options for hood. Bed add-ons. We got the fleet side 80s roll bar. We could have a camper shell, overland rack, and different things you could add to it. Trail runner cage. Trail runner folding lights. Let's do the trail runner cage and the folding lights actually. Auxiliary lights here as well. Well, we got the trail runner cage and folding lights. High lift jack. Jerry can's driver side. Jerry can's passenger side. And we've got the spare tire bed, which would get rid of the fifth wheel, which we don't want to do. We want to keep the fifth wheel. You never know. Damage control. We're going to put suspension wheels. Actually, you know what? I don't want to go super OP, so we're not. Bumpers rear. We got fleet side stock. Stock white. Classic HD. Trail runner. Step side trail runner version. Step side stock and stock white and license plate. We're going to go with the fleet side trail runner. I think this complements it well. The stock looks nice. Actually, we're going to keep the stock. Rims. That's what we got. Colors. I like this rustic texture look to it. And you got 3 different variants. So for the diesel, I'm actually going to go with this one. I think this looks good. And you know what time it is. It's time to pull it out, see what we could do. Start it up. Move to the interior. Alright, the interior looks incredible. Detail here, even the keychain is moving a little bit. This looks incredible. Alright, let's check out the trail runner support open and close, or the lights. This is one of the biggest things. We can flip these lights up or down. Look at that, that looks brilliant. And trail runner support open and close. So this is a support beam. Oh, we just put down the window. You can open the hood. Redline does a lot of work under the hood. That looks clean. Also open the tailgate if we want, but I don't think we need to right now. And the support open and close, we can close it. So we could open it so that we could still use the fifth wheel. And, of course, change the suspension mode. So let's explore a little bit. This is Remo's Tough Truck map. I haven't played around with this at all yet, mind you. We're in two-wheel drive. So let's see how we do overall. We'll put it into 4 when we need to. And I think we need to. Yep, there we go. The diff lock's already on by default. The texture mapping and detail on this is absolutely incredible. It really is remarkable to see the detail and just every fine-tune of the texture mapping on the jerry cans, the bed, the box, the tail lights, everything just looks absolutely incredible. And when you look at John's mods, he typically, I don't think he ever disappoints. That's the reality. His mods are released when they're ready. He doesn't rush them, and he tries to think of these small details. Now, I haven't been in Remo's map by reasonable is it's not jerky, it's not hard to control, it doesn't sway a ton. I have no idea what this is. This is part of the tough truck challenge, but I have no idea what this is. Let's put it into low plus and just kind of see. Look at this this flex here. Looks good. The suspension play and movement and a little bit of flex is quite incredible. And let's see how far we can go with this. It might be the end of this mod review. That's not very encouraging. Let's see how bad the damage is. Well, this isn't actually that realistic. Alright guys, that is the end of the two-tone mod review. Now we know that there's this huge jump here. You know what? For good fun, let's just recover and let's try to jump it. It'd be silly if we didn't, right? We tried. Alright guys, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, drop a sub on the channel. We'll catch you with the next one.